When completing an online course for teachers or for students, it's very important that you conduct a usability test. This will give you feedback if your outline aligns with your outcomes and assessments. It will also give you feedback on any issues for broken links, broken assignments, things that are not set up right, as well as just general usability of the course. All of these things are important when conducting a usability test before implementing a course with teachers for professional learning or students in a classroom. During the usability testing, I added stakeholders directly to the course and sent them an email. I provided a Google form so that way they could provide feedback on the course and how they thought it tested out overall. This is a copy of the form that I sent to them. I wanted to collect what was their role in the district. I asked if they would mind me go ahead and sharing their responses. And once they first logged into the course, what was their initial thoughts? Without clicking on any links, what do you think we're going to learn or work on? And then on a scale of 1 to 5, they rated the course is user-friendly, easy to navigate, match contents and activities. There's opportunities for collaborate, relevant to the course goals, and clear and well organized. And then in the session 2 folder, they needed to complete assignments 1 and 2. Double check that the instructions were clear and easy to follow, and then any strengths or areas of growth for first assignment 1, and then the same questions for assignment 2. After completing that, they had a chance to go through the course and provide any strengths and areas for growth or usability issues, just open-ended comments and any sort of feedback that they had. Going over those results, I had 4 people take part in my usability test. It is the summer. It was harder to get a bunch of people to participate. 3 of those, or 75%, were classroom teachers, and 1 of them was an administrator, our district technology coach. Their initial thoughts was that they liked the banner and the hyperlinks were really good. It wasn't clustered or overwhelming, visually intriguing. I'm curious about what they're going to learn. All of them gave a 5 out of 5 for user-friendly, easy to navigate, outcomes matching the contents and the activities in each module, and the content being relative to the courses, and then clear and organized as well. On the areas for collaboration, I got ratings of 4 and 5. For activity 1, the strengths allowed for practice and opportunity. Appreciate directions for covering multiple operating systems. Our students have Chromebooks. Our teachers use PCs. And then love the images and I highlighted where to click next, so there was less confusion. Some of the areas were growth is while I had written out and picture instructions, I could add a video walking through that as well. Activity 2, a lot of the same things. They appreciated being able to experience with the students what you expect of your students. The screenshots were clear. And then areas of growth, again, can add that video tutorial. And the instructions were a little unclear here. And the first sentence says write a sentence, but it doesn't actually start with the instructions. It's starting with the question. So some suggestions on how to reword that for better understanding were made. Overall, they thought that it was extremely inclusive on content, but easy to follow. The resources in Schoology Drive resource folder at the top were great. The buttons on the home screen were great for access, and the Google File tips for sharing was really awesome just to help out to students and teachers. Areas for improvement, they did find a usability issue on session 3 Google assignment. I did not reattach the Google Drive assignment, and so it did not show up like it was supposed to. That's a common issue within Schoology. I may actually leave that one like that so we can talk about that point with teachers. In addition to having teachers go through these generic ones and then create generic ones, it actually provides some samples that I've used in my classroom. So looking at who was actually able to conduct the usability testing, I do think I was able to get the right people. The 3 teachers would be the people who are actually doing it, and hearing them say that the course is easy to follow is very helpful. And then also the district technology instructional coach was super helpful because she's actually had experience going through and teaching and creating online programs. And so her feedback was very valuable as well. The impact of the platform. So I use Schoology because that's what we're teaching the teachers how to use. Schoology is a sort of outdated system. It's kind of stuck in the early 2000s as far as usability goes. All of my stakeholders and testers are familiar with the Schoology platform, so they understand how the folders work and basic navigation. The platform itself may have some other issues or may cause some other issues if it's done by somebody who has not actually used Schoology before. The lessons I learned from the usability testing was to provide multiple modes of direction, so video, written, audio, any way that students or teachers might be able to learn or see the technology is the best way to do that. The technology I see was able to give me that insight based on that usability. Like I said in reviewing the data, I did address one major usability issue in session 3. I'd forgotten to attach the document that turns it into a Google Drive. I have attached that file and fixed it, but upon further thinking, I may actually unattach it. As we copy assignments from one course to another, those Google Drive assignments do not copy how they should. They do not carry the file with them. And so teachers need to know how to attach that file and how that affects the look of it. And so that may be one of those so-called errors that is actually a teaching point through the session. Overall, I didn't change my course that much. I got some very positive feedback. The issue with session 3 is definitely going to improve it because, again, we're adding in that teaching point now. And then the feedback from the stakeholders helped me to verify that everything was in working order and ready to be implemented with teachers. The alignment of outcomes, activities, and assessment was verified through this testing. All of the stakeholders said that they were very quickly able to identify the purpose and goals of the course, and that all of those things aligned with what they were seeing within the sessions. As with any technology, infrastructure, system, support, it's all going to happen. And when you need technology most, it will fail. So the biggest way to address infrastructure issues is going to be patience. As we work through the course and take home challenges, there's going to be patience working through infrastructure issues such as internet access, computer issues, and that most issues with our technology systems are luckily short-lived. Our technology team solves most of those problems, but support needs can always be answered with a quick email, phone call, face-to-face, or Zoom meeting as needed.